guys. Charlie, just to kick off, what are your thoughts on how the season's going so far?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to show some character and come back from 2 goals down, but ultimately we need to be winning games at home, so I think we need to focus on that in the minute, and we're looking at each other and ourselves to try and fix that.
Yeah, obviously, we saw similar kind of things happen a lot last season. What kind of steps do you think the team needs to take to be turning those draws into wins at home?
Yeah, I think scoring first is important. Goals change games, they change the momentum. So, I mean, we started well first 20 minutes, but then we sort of got away from what we were doing, not picking up our runners and taking responsibility in that sense. So yeah, starting games on the front foot and scoring the first goal is probably pretty important to gaining momentum and seeing out games.
When it came to Orange County, it was, obviously in the 93rd minute when they equalized, and then with Oakland it was that, 45th and 43rd minute where you conceded those 2 quick goals. How do you kind of
we conceded 2 goals in the 45th minute?
45th minute and the 43rd minute, excuse me, against Oakland. You guys came back.
I thought we conceded earlier than that.
42 and 45.
Okay.
And then when it came to, coming back, how do you kind of you said you looked at each other, how do you kind of come back mentally and say, we always got to give it 100% for 90 minutes?
Yeah, I think at half time we had a strong conversation of everyone's responsibilities, and at that point it's easy to fold and sort of not really go back after the game, but we came out with a lot of fight, and yeah, we scored right at the end, and we could have even got the winner right at the end as well, so it shows a lot of character, and we were able to do that last season as well. But yeah, like I said earlier, it's about starting and scoring the first goal.
Still plenty of games to go. How have you seen the team grow, adapt, but also how do you guys plan to, get those wins in the end?
Yeah, exactly. There's a long way to go, but we also don't want to use that as an excuse, because we don't want to see the points start to slip through our hands. Otherwise, we'll start slipping down the table. But I think the most important thing is the performance of the team. So if we're playing well, then the results should take care of themselves.
And Charlie, we've seen some new additions for you guys in the attack, and Juan, Gunnar, and even from the academy and Anthony. How has it been going trying to build up the chemistry with those guys?
Yeah, obviously every year there's going to be new faces, so it's important that we communicate, we watch film, and sort of know each other's strengths and weaknesses, so we can sort of build a relationship and chemistry and find ways to work together and score as many goals as possible. I think last year we done a really good job of that. I think it was 52 goals between the whole team and the attacking players, so obviously that's what we want to build on again and sort of do the same, and then sort of down the other end stop conceding quite so many goals as well.
We also saw you guys score 2 goals late on in the game last weekend. Was that more so of a scheme change, or was it just the attack finally started working out for you guys?
Yeah, I think we just dominated the second half as a whole, had more possession, and that allows us to create more chances. And then it was about not giving up and keep putting balls into the box, and yeah, eventually we'll get a goal, and as long as we keep believing and that, then we'll show the fight.
What game state do you think this group is best at right now? What part of the Phoenix Rising model do you think you guys are achieving at the highest level?
Yeah, I think we want to be a team on the front foot and win as many games as possible, and that's about turning up on a Saturday night and making sure the performance is right, making sure we're doing everything to prepare for the games, doing the small details, because at this level that's what it comes down to, is those little moments that decide the games, having enough quality and the same, putting our bodies on the line at the other end as well.
It's been an aim here for a few years now to introduce some more verticality into the game. How do you get that balance right between adding more verticality but not just kind of pumping it forward aimlessly?
Yeah, do you mean like direct and long ball? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean ultimately that's coach's decision what our playing style is. So if he wants us to play direct, we'll do that at times. I think that's important as well, to possess the ball in their half, and especially from the start put pressure on the other team. I think at the weekend we done the first 20 minutes we were the better team, and we lived in their half more than they did, but they grew back into the game in the second half of the first half, so we need to sort of continue the momentum and sort of turn it into a whole performance throughout the whole half.
Coach said after the game that he had a lot of answers as to maybe who was going to be starting next weekend. How does he kind of take everything in the game and in practices leading up to a certain game, as to who's going to play?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he looks at the whole picture and then he decides what he wants at the weekend against the opposition. So I'd expect that's his thought process, and he looks at the performance of the players and whatever 11 he thinks is going to do the job. Or, I mean, you see every week that we have impact off the bench, so it's not always about the starting 11, it's about who comes on as well. So that's his decision ultimately.
And as for yourself, you're one of the veterans, especially in the forward position.
Yeah.
How have you kind of grown with the guys who have come in, and maybe some of, also as mentioned earlier, the academy players?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing for a while now, so it's my responsibility to help them and let them know what the league's about, and sort of identify where they can have some help, and I try and push them in that sense and try and find the right moment to make sure they're doing the right things, and then also talk to them and make sure they're coping with everything okay.